we're not expecting, college coaches to be experts on politics and things of that nature, or shocked that a coach might have a certain political bent, and that's entirely fine. This is America; it is a free country. That said, for the thing that I want to believe Mike Gundy, because I'm an optimist and I believe in the better nature of everyone. For him to say that OAN is an outfit that he had no idea where they stood on the issue of Black Lives Matter, or is an outlet that has no slant, no bias, it really strains credulity, to be very honest with you, Pat. So my question for you here is, moving forward, are coaches going to keep things to themselves if they believe it's something that's different, or what's the lesson here with Gundy?
Yeah, I would say that's probably the case. As I wrote my column, he's probably not the only coach that watches OAN.
No, I think
sure. It's a fine news network. But I think the problem, is that his explanations say, for him to come out in April and say what a quality news network it is, and it's fair and unbiased, and they just present facts, and then 6 weeks later saying, I didn't know they reported on that. I didn't know they held those views. That's not overly credible. But I would think if I were a coach, I would be pretty hesitant, at least, to be outwardly espousing much of any political views at this point. I think it's been great to see some of the activism and some of the stances from a lot of coaches out there in regards to the Black Lives Matter movement, in regards to police brutality, and in regards to the racial situation in America today. And I think those are all good things. But I also think that coaches who it may not be the most politically savvy of all people can probably get themselves in more trouble than they can do good with some of the things they're saying.
So what about the other side, the moral of the story for the athlete? Because we're also seeing that Chris Doyle, the longtime strength coach at Iowa, is no longer there anymore after past players were talking about being made to feel uncomfortable by some of his stances on the subjects of the day. He's now gone. And he was as firmly ensconced in the Iowa program as anybody else, not named Ferentz, I guess. And you see what Chuba Hubbard had to say on this subject certainly got Gundy's attention. Do you think that there is a possibility of players flexing some muscle here to get some changes that they never thought existed?
No doubt about it. We're seeing it happen in real time. It started Florida State. Some players called out the new coach there, Mike Norvell, on a statement that he made that was an exaggeration of his communication with the players, and then you go from there to the kind of just avalanche of criticism of Chris Doyle at Iowa, and that resulted in tangible change. He's out after being the right-hand man to Kirk Ferentz there, and now continuing with the situation at Oklahoma State, I think players around the country are looking around saying, geez, we don't have to just keep quiet about everything. That we are allowed to speak up, and we're allowed to have opinions, and we're allowed at least to call out truths as we see them. And that's one thing that I think we're seeing here is the old line was always keep it in-house, don't say anything that doesn't reflect well on the team. Well, now it's like, you know what, if we've got bad things going on in our program and we know it, we're going to say it. And I think that's going to lead to a new level of accountability for coaches, that you can't act one way in public and then behind closed doors of your practice facility be a tyrant, be a bully, be in any way, insensitive to your players' either racial situation, socioeconomic plight, whatever the case may be. So I think that there is absolutely a new voice and a new power behind the voice for athletes.